Just another little video rebuilding the oil pump. You can see it's just stripped out. I took mine out as it come out. I don't know if you can see, if you look, there's a dot there and a dot there. Now my thinking is, and when I've read up on it, people say both the dots have to face, obviously that one's got to face that way, so they face towards the engine. Some people talked about the beveled one facing the engine, but it can't. There's no reason why they wouldn't put a dot on that and a dot on that for that dot to be on the other side. It doesn't make sense. And that seems like that's a smooth surface, and that's a beveled surface, and that's a beveled surface, which would seem that it allows oil maybe to come past down to the shaft. I don't quite know, but that's how it's going to go back in. So the seal actually comes with the kit, so you get the little small seal. You get two seals like this. One's thinner and this is thickest, but it's quite obvious which is which, because if you sit that in the groove, you can see it fits in it tight. The other one is loose in the groove. There is little seals on this cup washer, so they kind of seal there. They don't come with my kit, so I think what I'm going to do is clean that up ever so well, put some sealer in the cup, push the seal back and put some sealer around there, maybe a bit of Loctite on the bolts as well, and put them together like that. I don't see there being any issue that way, because it's got to come all the way down the shaft of the pump. And to be fair, the pump obviously is into the oil web. It's got to come all the way down the thread, down that, and then get into there. So I don't see there being an issue with them. If there was an issue, it would be. I can't keep buying little bits off the internet. I've just come to put this oil pan on and found that the oil pickup seal that they give you is the wrong one. But I'll just show you. So the Victor Hines gasket set comes with a different one to this. So you see how that's got two flanges? That flange, I believe, goes inside the block, and then that flange there kind of seals against the block. So you can see this one's a bit, it's only really that surface that's a bit tapered. So it probably would still, I'm imagining that sits in the hole and seals against the hole, and it obviously pushes down like that, but this is quite hard. So I tried to get one from 911 Design. They're out of stock completely. 3 weeks, well, not out of stock, but they said 3 weeks. I'm not waiting 3 weeks. So I spoke to Porsche directly, and they were actually cheaper, £3.70 each. So I've ordered a couple of them, just in case I knacker one up putting it in. So yeah, so that's holding me up now. So I'm put the water pump on. There's other stuff I can do. I might do the auto box service while I'm waiting. I ain't got the heads back yet, but they say that they say a week, but hopefully a couple of days from Germany, which is really good. So I'll just put this seal in. Get a bit of my favourite silicone lubricant on it, just to help it go in. It's got like chamfers on it and stuff, so. Feels good. Yeah, that feels pretty flush. The other one wasn't quite flush, which is a bit unusual. Get a bit of my favourite grey Scotch-Brite and just clean this out. Should have done this before I did the video, but I might put a bit of seal around this ring, just in case. Can't see it does any harm, but maybe a little bead of seal around there. Just helps it seal a bit better. So that's cleaning that quite nice. But yeah, I was quite impressed with the price from Porsche and whatever for the little gasket, considering how, you know. But it took them all from 9 in the morning till 1 o'clock to answer the phone in the parts department, which is a bit poor. But when they did answer, they were helpful and they did sort it out. So I can't really complain. But what I've tended to do quite often is go on 928R Us in America, look up the part, because their website's pretty damn good. Yeah, you can see that's a little bit prouder than the, yeah, you can see. So when that squeezes in, whereas the other one, see the old one, it's pretty much flat, and it's well hard because it broke when I took it off into two. But yeah, so what I've tended to do is get the part numbers off 928R Us, and then put it in Google, and then go on eBay with it and see what comes up. And you quite often find that once you've actually got the right part number for the part, then you can do it. The problem with 911 Designs, some of their stuff, just wiggle that through there. Yeah, so that's seated nice. Looks like it's to tear the seals, but yeah, it looks like it's gone through okay. That does. Right, let's put it back through again. A bit of silicone on this. Yeah, so once you've got the part number, you can look, and they've got good pictures. So you can see the picture on the part. And then you know you get, even if you can't see a picture on 911 Design or whatever, you know you're getting the right part. So that's the new seal put in. So like I say, I'll just feel it with my hand. As long as it's pretty much flush, you can't really go wrong. And there's like a shoulder for it to stop on. But like I say, the other one was proud, which it doesn't really matter because it's got all the shafts all the way to seal on, but it should be flush. If it can go flush, it should be. So then as far as putting the other ring in, so you could put it there or there, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it really matters which way around you put it. And then just check the movement of that, but that's all good. Then put these bits in order. So then there's apparently some of the, if you've got a different pulley, you change the spacer, but I'm just putting back what was there. So there's a spacer first, and I'll just put this back together as it was, just so I don't see. This is what keeps happening. That keeps falling out, but it's no drama. Right, so like that. So yeah, just tap this key in. Just get it so it's kind of. Try and get it so it's nice and sort of straightforward, straight like that. And just check it all rotates. It's all rotating nice. Then my order of, so there's a big washer. Obviously your pulley goes on in the middle, but I'm not putting the pulley on yet. Then a springy washer, and then that. So yeah, that's it all together. Obviously I'm going to pack this. Pack this with grease. I've never heard of people on the aircore stuff doing that to help it build up pressure, but I don't know. I'm going to spin it a bit with a drill once I filled it up with oil anyway. I know it'll come out the oil cooler pipes because they're not on, but I think that will just help its oil circulate around it and get in it. But there was no sign of any oil pressure problems anyway. Right, that's about it for this time. Like I say, I'm going to peel these rubbers back, put some sealer in there, then tighten them up, maybe a bit of Loctite on the bolt thread as well. So then when that goes in, it seals the thread because it's kind of the threaded bit in the shoulder where it can come down. So if there's seal around, plenty of seal around there, I don't see there being any problem. Right, that's it. The next video, I think, next thing I'll do, I won't do a video putting this back on because basically it's just a case of tap it in. Just tap it in, pass the seal, turn it and put the bolts in. I did mark it, you can see those 3 dots there. Before I took it out, I marked there and I marked on the thing. I don't know if it can go different ways around. Maybe it can, maybe it can't, but I'm just putting it back as it was. I might be wrong, might be right, but as it was when the engine was running, the oil pressure was fine. So don't think there'll be an issue with that. Right, let's go because my phone's going flat. But yeah, I'll do a video. I'll do a little bit every night. Another video of the putting the water pump on, and I think I can even put the cam carrier and cam belt tensioner on after that. But I'm waiting for the bushes from 911 Design. Some days the stuff comes next day, and then some days it's 2 or 3 days. So I'm waiting for the bushes for the tensioner lever before I put all that together. But yeah, hope you're enjoying the videos. I noticed some people have liked it, some people have watched it. I've got 6 subscribers, which to me is amazing. If somebody else wants to do it, that's fine. I don't quite understand how it all works, but I imagine that's a good thing. Like I say, anybody wants to comment on anything, feel free. But I am just learning as I go along. But I'm going to do it all the way through, all for doing all the brakes and automatic service, etc. So we'll take it from there. Okay, see you next time.